So, I haven't sat down and filmed a vlog in a while, and so I apologize if this is very awkward. So I wrote up an index card a few days before I took my exam, and I was feeling a lot of feels in that week. So this index card I titled it Vlog Therapy because I can't afford to go to a therapist, even if I have health insurance through my husband. But do I still even want to talk about this stuff? We'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna film a sit-down vlog while I finish folding up my laundry for today. Honestly, I should be studying right now because I already booked my OET for next week on Thursday. But I mean, it's an English exam. How hard could it be, right? Famous last words. No, anyways, I might touch on this index card, I might not. I could just talk about like my experiences in the past 3 months. Actually, I guess these feelings have been going on for more than 3 months. So I guess, yeah, we can start with that. So if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Jasmine. I recently graduated from medical school in the Philippines, and I am currently an international medical graduate here in the US, or an IMG, and I am a US citizen, so that makes me a US IMG, and I am taking the USMLE and going to be applying for residency either this upcoming cycle, or the next one, depending on how quickly I progress through the requirements that I need in order to apply to residency. So yeah, with that said, I guess I kind of wanted this vlog to be a little bit more of an introduction to myself. I realized that when I put up my physician licensure exam journey, which is the medical board exams in the Philippines, I didn't really explain who I was, talk about what this channel was going to be. So I guess better late than never. So hi again. This is going to be my second channel. I actually have a main channel that I upload my hobbies into, and my hobbies are basically like homemaking and making bread specifically, but I also enjoy like cooking and making pastries and all that stuff. But yeah, so if you want to see more of that type of content, like what I do outside of my profession and my academic kind of pathway, you can see that channel. It's going to be linked somewhere. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, you'll be able to see that if you want to. And then I also posted on that channel years ago something that should be on this channel, but I made this channel like last year, or not, no, I made this channel this year. And so that video, which I think it's called like Things I Wish I Knew Before I Went to College, that video belongs more in this channel than in the other channel, but I don't have that file anymore, so I don't want to like take it down and re-upload it on this channel because I can't. So if you're interested in that one, I will also link that somewhere on the screen or in the description box below. So yeah, so let's get started. I am going to start folding laundry and just talk, and hopefully this leads somewhere helpful. So where am I at now? So I am a week, or almost 2 weeks, not even, a week and a day, 2 days after taking the USMLE Step 2 CK. and I don't really know how I feel about how well I did. I don't think I failed, but I also don't want to speak too hastily because, you know, you never know what could happen. I could have been completely in over my head and just thought I was choosing the right answers, but when in fact I wasn't. But you know, it was a difficult exam. It was very long. I'll post another video discussing how I tackled test day and how I studied for it in the past 3 months. Someone commented on my shorts that I've been posting on this channel on explaining my trackers for myself, and I will definitely be including that in that upcoming video. The reason why I'm filming this video first is because my results are supposed to come out within this week. If they don't come out within this week, then definitely within the next week they'll be out. And I don't want to post that video and then turns out how I failed, because then my advice may or may not be sound. Not to say that, you know, the credibility of my advice is dependent on my test scores, but I mean, the credibility lends itself to me if I do, like, you know, pass these exams that I'm talking about. So that's why I will wait until after I get my results before filming that video, because I don't want to jinx it either. So that's that. Okay, what else? So yes, so the reason why I'm taking the OET, or the Occupational English exam or English test, in the next couple weeks or so is because, as I said, I am an international medical graduate, which means I need to get certified by the ECFMG, which I believe stands for Education Commission on Foreign Medical Graduates, which is basically this institution that verifies that you are indeed who you say you are, that you graduated from the medical school that you said you graduated from, and that you have completed all the requirements that are necessary for you to be able to obtain your medical license here in the US. And so that entails a bunch of hoops that you have to jump through, and a lot of money and a lot of exams. And so the main requirements are very similar to what US medical graduates have to go through, which is USMLE Step 1 and Step 2, which are required exams that you have to pass in order to apply for residency here in the US. Since I'm a foreign medical grad, I have to have additional proof of my competence of being able to practice medicine here in the US, and that includes an English exam, even though I'm obviously fluent in English and I'm a US citizen. Because I graduated from a foreign medical school, they want to see if my occupational English is up to par with medical professionals that are practicing medicine here in the US. And so that's what the OET is for. I don't think it's a requirement for all the different pathways you need or you can take in order to get ECFMG certified. I believe there are 6 pathways. I haven't been keeping up with the other 6, or rather the other 5 pathways, because I chose to do the pathway 1, which is for people who have license to practice medicine unsupervised in their home country, which I do have, since I passed the board exams in the Philippines and obtained my medical license in December of 2023. So, where was I going with that? No, yeah, it's basically just describing where I'm at currently. I graduated medical school in August or July, August of 2023. I don't remember. Well, the official graduation was in August, but the end of our internship year, which is a requirement in Philippine medical schools in order to take the medical licensing exam there. So I finished the internship there, which meant that I spent a total of 5 years in the Philippines for my medical degree and my medical license. And yeah. Okay, well, I lost my train of thought, so I'm not going to go back to that topic. And instead, I'm going to talk about something that has been bothering me since I graduated, which is the fact that even though I am a licensed medical professional now, I totally feel imposter syndrome, and I really almost can't believe that I am officially an MD now, because it feels like I have no idea what I'm doing. And I know this feeling is very universal. Like, I'm pretty sure every doctor has felt this way at some point in their training. And it's just very surreal to be at this point of my medical education and still feel absolutely lost. I'm confident in my knowledge to be able to pass exams, written exams and oral exams and all that stuff, but I don't know how confident I am in actually handling patients. And it might be from, or that's definitely from lack of experience. Not to say that my training so far is lacking, but it's just, I am about a year post-grad. And it just feels like I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. And I don't know if that feeling will ever go away, which is unfortunate, but we do what we can. We live every day to the best of our abilities, and we just, see where life takes us from there on out. And I have no idea where I'm going with this train of thought. Another thing that has been bothering me lately is how lonely it is on this side of my medical education, or at this point of my medical training. The friends that I made in medical school are obviously mostly all still in the Philippines, and the friends that I made in college are no longer in the same area that I'm at. So that means the only person that I really can talk to at this point, because I don't live anywhere near my my high school anymore. So the only person I can really talk to is my husband, and that is fine for the most part, but I would like to make some new friends, even if I know that I'm only going to be in LA temporarily, because once I get my residency, wherever I end up, I'm going to end up having to move out of LA and, having to restart. But doesn't change the fact that right now I'm feeling very much alone, even though I'm not, And so recently, in an attempt to, solve that problem, I dragged my husband into going to a tea tasting event with me through the Meetup app. And I think it went by really well, but I didn't make any friends. I just met new people and we did the thing together and then we said goodbye and that was it. And it just, making friends as an adult is very difficult, especially nowadays. But just in general, just making friends as an adult is difficult because it's not as if we have something like school that we go to every single day of the week where we're forced to meet other people and hang out with other people, you know, do assignments with other people and all that stuff. And I know that the workplace could be a good place to meet friends and all that stuff, but work friends are work friends, you know? And I guess it depends on the type of person that you are and the type of people that you work with. But I just don't see work besties as real life besties. Or I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. But it gets lonely. And I have been talking to my cousin who's kind of in the same boat as I am. She moved to a new country from the Philippines and basically started her life over. And we've been giving each other advice on like how to cope with the loneliness and how to meet new people. And because she's in a school setting, it's a little bit more easy for her compared to me. But she's also been doing things like meetups, and she was the one actually who recommended the app to me. And I think I am going to definitely look into more events that I could go to by myself. I think with that first event down, and I didn't meet complete weirdos, I think I'll be able to find or attend more events that are catered to my interests and that I won't need to drag my husband to come with me to those events. And so that I could meet new friends, make new friends, meet more people. But I also want to make friends that are also friends with my husband, you know? Not necessarily like couple friends, but just like a friend group that we can participate in would be nice. And I don't want to barge into my husband's group of friends because his group of friends are basically like his high school friends, and I don't feel comfortable barging into a group of guy friends and, you know, just being the only girl there. And it's just different. Let's just leave it at that. I also want to have my own group of girlfriends that I can do random stuff with, that I don't have to force my husband to sit through, you know, because some of his interests, or rather some of my interests, aren't necessarily his interests. So yeah, it would just be nice to have my own group of friends. I said here, talk about having no friends, because if I had friends, I probably wouldn't be making YouTube videos, which is totally true. Like if I had a group of friends that I could be hanging out with, you know, regularly, I don't think I would be making YouTube videos like this. I'd probably stick to making YouTube videos about, you know, like my hobbies, but not necessarily filming ranty sit-down vlogs like this. I guess I also wanted to talk about being like a generation 1.5 immigrant. My family moved to the US when I was around 10 years old, and that meant that I went through middle school, high school, and undergrad in the US, which means that I'm very much adapted to the American culture, and I grew up with American values, you know, because I went through adolescence with American education. But at the same time, because I'm an immigrant, it's kind of hard to fit in sometimes with like Filipino Americans who were born in America. And I think that's part of the reason why growing up I never really joined like Filipino clubs in school. Not because I was embarrassed of my heritage or anything like that. It's because it was kind of hard to relate to the Filipino American experience, you know? I don't know how to describe it, but there is a difference between the culture in the Philippines versus the culture of Filipinos in America. And I have noticed that difference more so when I went back to the Philippines for medical school, because then I got to experience the country, living in the country as an adult. And that showed me that, one, I am way too American to live in the Philippines for a longer period of time than like visiting. And that two, I'm probably not American enough. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I mentioned it in my index card, so I thought, why not bring it up? Honestly, I think that's pretty much it. I think the reason why I wrote out that index card to begin with is because I saw a video by a young Asian American boy who posted a video about how difficult life is, and I in some ways related to his struggle. And in other ways didn't. But I think that video got me thinking about my own situation and how I'm struggling a little bit too, for different reasons. And how I don't think it's going to be any much better once I achieve my goals, because there's always going to be that next step, and there's always going to be something else to want to strive for, something more to want to strive for. And I think that's just what life's about. I think that's just what we're meant to do as humans, is to just keep living life and working towards something to live for. And that something to live for will vary depending on what stage of life you're in. So right now, I don't have any children, but I might in the future. And because I don't have any children right now, all of my goals and aspirations are for myself and my husband, but mostly for myself. And I'm sure that once I have kids, that mindset, that those goals are going to shift, and we'll focus more on wanting to be better for my kids. And I don't think there's anything bad with that. I think that's just how life goes in general. And right now I'm at a stage in my life where I don't really want to have kids yet. I don't know if I am ready for that step. Rather, I don't know if I'm ready to put myself aside and put my kids first. Because when I become a parent, I want to always put my kids first. And yeah, once I'm ready for that step, who knows when that'll be. Hopefully, I won't regret any of the choices that I've made leading up to that point. And hopefully, my future children will grow up to be decent human beings. That's really all I want for my future kids. I don't know why I decided to film this while I'm doing laundry. In hindsight, that might have been a bad idea. But I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. And now I've run out of topics to talk about. And I still have this pile of laundry that I have to get through. So I think I'm gonna end this vlog here, mostly because I don't really know what else to say anymore. I think I've had a lot of feelings in the past week, but since my exam ended, a lot of those feelings kind of just dissipated, and I'm no longer feeling that anxious energy or feeling it enough that I want to continue talking about these feelings. I might look into therapy, like actual therapy for myself, but not now. I know the longer I put it off, the worse it'll be for me, but I just don't feel quite like I need it yet. I don't know. I guess I'm not a qualified judge to say that. So I should probably get like a psych eval. But I don't know. I feel pretty good ever since my exam ended. So it might just be like a temporary anxiety related to my exam, because exam is definitely a stressor, a big stressor. And so I am feeling totally content right now. I still do want to make friends. That's definitely a goal that I have for myself in the next coming weeks, but I'm also giving myself a little bit of grace, which is why I'm not beating myself up for not studying right now. Haven't really studied for a week, but that's fine. I am letting myself have a break, because if I don't give myself a break, I'm pretty sure I am going to burn out and go insane. But yeah, I love living with my husband. My husband is amazing, and I love living with my two cats, and I would not give up anything Like if I had a chance to redo everything, I don't think I would. Mostly because I don't really want to go through medical school all over again. Such a hassle. But yeah, I am going to end this video here. I apologize for not really having anything prepared or not really having a script to talk about. I am planning on making something more well put together in the future. Maybe not for this channel, but definitely for the other channel. I have a script written out for that video that I'm planning and everything. So yeah, I think this sit down vlog ends here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that wherever you are in your journey in life right now, whether you're a medical student, aspiring medical student, medical graduate, foreign medical graduate like me, I hope that you give yourself time to rest, you give yourself grace, and just keep doing what you're doing. Keep at it, keep going, never quit.